Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're back with the P1 boys and their Toyota Corolla GR Sprint League. So we're live for round 5 tonight from Catalunya. Was it a different track you're running tonight? Short course, national layout, what does that mean? What does that cut out? Cuts out a fair chunk of the circuit, to be honest. Okay, we'll crack on and have a look at that when we get into the lobby. So, we are live for round 5 again from Catalunya, different circuit. So, leading the way in this championship is Obi1, running away with it with 190 points up front. Ice Chand is in second with 169 points. Mocking Weeks is in third with 157 points. Pilgrim in fourth with 149 points. We've got Pugwash in fifth with 117. Right behind him is P1 Skippy in 6th with 116 points. We've got Dylan in 7th with 113 points. In 8th we have Nick Vic with 104 points. We have Tyre Slayer in 9th with 93 points. Faithless Emo 10th with 85 points. Hirokram 11th with 53 points. Winnie ST with 28 points alongside It's Hoggy, both on 28 points. So that is scores coming into tonight's round. I'll just jump in the lobby and we'll go and figure out what's happening at this circuit. Okay, so merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. Right, into the lobby. Let me put the sound on first because I usually forget. Evening, how you all doing? All right, good. Next. So, who've we got in the room first of all? We've got Faithless Emo, Obi, we've got Nick Vic, Ice Chand, Mocking Weeks, Captain Pugwash, P1 Skippy, GT7 Dylan, his other account, because for some reason he's been cheating too much on his original account and he's too quick, so they banned him or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Pilgrim also in the lobby. And right, let's go and have a look at this circuit, because I'm not sure if this means any kind of different layout. The national circuit just the normal one. Put the nonsense on. I might be able to figure it out. Okay. Yes, okay, so we cut short here instead of going down to the end there. You can see the track disappearing off to the left. Cut round this hairpin and we would have rejoined the track here later on. So it is a slightly shorter course then. It's this long back straight. I'm not overly keen on this circuit particularly. I don't like racing it. Don't like racing it at all, actually. Good job I'm behind this thing, isn't it? So we still keep the chicanes at the bottom. Is there an option where you can get rid of that and just have the straight round the corner to the right there? I don't know. Options to change all these chicanes here, I'm sure. Not sure whether you can get rid of them completely. And then back onto this start-finish straight round this final corner. There's the pit entrance as well. So yeah, just cutting it off short and then rejoining the circuit a little bit further down from where we usually miss out to about a third of the circuit, maybe just under that, quarter. So in these little Toyota Corollas then, GT7 Dylan with the Toyo tyres, livery on his. Ice Chand, familiar yellow or matte green, one of the two. Captain Pugwash in the Castrol, Cannon livery. Camel and Cannon, there you go. It's a little bit slidey through there, so options for tyres as well. They have to use sports mediums and sports soft throughout tonight. 3 10-minute sprints. Everybody else sitting in the pits. 3 10-minute sprints tonight. And we do start qualifying at 5 past. Yeah, only a couple of drivers out on circuit at the minute. That's quite peculiar. Usually there's a few drivers out having a few practice laps, just getting to grips with it. Obviously the only real change is turn 1. So down towards this hairpin, it would have continued through that concrete barrier, but we go around here instead. So it looks like qualifying's about to start then. There we go. Wait for these drivers to all start peeling out of the pits. Ice Chand's not messing about. Who's that in front of him? Who's managed to get out in front of him? Is that Tino? Is that Faithless? Oh, I think it's Pilgrim. He's got out first. So, first out lap, I would expect everyone to just take the time a little bit, save a little bit of wear on those tyres. Is it a one-shot qualifying? I believe it might be in these. So it's going to be an out lap, a hot lap, and well, that'll be it. Then they'll pull over at the side of the track as long as they don't get in anybody else's way. So again, just cutting out that first sort of third or a quarter of the circuit before rejoining again. Rejoining. Down towards these tricky hairpins. I don't even know if I've got a track map for Catalunya, to be honest, or Pilgrim. Picking up a bit of gravel through there. That's a costume look. Luckily it's his out lap, so just gathers it back up. Cleans those tyres off before starting his hot one. They do like to run sideways, these cars, when they are running fast into these corners. You'll see a little bit of that through some of the faster turns. The horn being found again, so they are on these hot laps now then. So we'll just go for a lap with Ice Chand, shall we? There you go, a little bit sideways through there, slightly off camber through that turn. A lot of this circuit does tend to bear to the off camber. Already onto this back straight then. Again, so we do cut out a fair chunk of Catalunya. Almost hairpin at the bottom. Easy to run wide down here, especially if you're running side by side with other drivers. Just trying to outbrake each other into that turn can just cause a little bit of contact, and next thing you know you're off circuit and you're spinning round depending on what you're driving. Maybe see a little bit of that tonight, we'll see. So Ice Chand coming down around this final corner. Let's see what his hot lap says. 121 Pilgrim. He's put in a 123, so it's still Ice Chand on pole, not anymore. GT7 Dylan's come through to take that off him. 1.4 seconds quicker, 1:19.5 then for Dylan. So Ice Chand still, nope, was second. Now Mocky Weeks comes through to take that off in 1:19.8. Ice Chand pushed down to third. One more driver still out on track. Who's that? It is Faithless. Emo slots into fourth then. So it is Dylan on pole, Mocky Weeks on second, Ice Chand third. Faithless Emo in 4th. There we go. So Dylan on that top spot then, 119.5. Mocking Week 2nd, 0.24 behind him. Ice Chand in 3rd then. Faithless in 4th. Nick Vic in 5th. Obi-Wan 6th. Skippy 7th. Pilgrim in 8th. Captain Pugwash got a page to himself, look, in 9th. So into race 1 then. 10-minute sprint here at Catalunya. Well, they'll all be sprints. And they'll all be at Catalunya. So outside line then for pole. Lights go on then. We wait for these to drop. We'll have to try and pay attention to tyres in this first race as well. They do like to have a little bit of a bounce off the line. Don't ask me what that's about. I've no idea. Dylan then peels over to this right hand side of the circuit, left as we're watching, trying to defend that position from Mocking Weeks, and has done so. As Chando's got a little wing up the inside of Mockin. Mockin holds the inside though. Oh, he even made a little bit of a lunge for that top spot there. But it is Dylan. Oh, someone's backwards in the background. It's Pilgrim, I think. So it is it? Yes. Oh, no. No, we'll go back and have a look. So Dylan leads then. Ice Chand gets that 2nd position. Mocking Weeks 3rd. Again, we'll just have a look at tyres. Obi in 4th. Faithless in 5th, so he loses a position. Captain Pugwash in 6th, having a go at Faithless through there. Gets it off him as well. Pilgrim in 7th. Nick Vic, might have been him that was off circuit, in 8th. May have been tangled up with a Skippy as well. Tell your mates, tell your mum smashed on the bonnet of his car. Thank you, Skips. And it's still this man leading. Pulled a little bit of a gap now from Ice Chand and Mockin. These two having a battle of their own at the minute, allowing Dylan to just make a little bit of a break. Let's just have a look through the tyres there. Dylan on the softs for race 1. Ice Chand on the softs for race 1. Mocking Weeks on the softs also. Obi on the mediums for race 1. Not doing too bad a job at the minute in 4th. Captain Pugwash on the mediums as well. Faithless coming back up the inside of him at turn 1. As he managed to carry the speed. He's on the mediums for this first race as well. Is Faithless. Pilgrim, medium tyres. Nick Vic, medium tyres. And Skippy, medium tyres. So top 4 then. All on the softs. Look at this, 1.8 second lead Dylan's pulled already. Ice Chand, Mocking Weeks still bumper to bumper, and there we go, Mockin almost off circuit. That was the exact corner I was talking about, doing it the exact thing I was talking about. Side by side with Ice Chand trying to get the position, and they're still being harassed by this man. Look, Obi, he's using his Jedi scum forces. Inside joke, don't worry, we love Obi. But he's on the medium tyre, and he's doing a half decent job at keeping up with these boys on the soft tyre. Oof, just gets pushed a little bit wide there. 1.9 seconds behind Mockin. If they carry on battling, he might be able to close that gap up a little bit more. We'll see. Holding 4th, Faithless, under pressure from Pilgrim down here. Bumper to bumper for these two. Are they working together? Maybe, maybe not anymore. Side by side coming into turn 1 though. Faithless holds the inside line. Is Pilgrim opting to even fight at the minute, or are they trying to just work together to try and close the gap up maybe on Obi? It might be, you know. Three minutes and 27 seconds. Oh, Faithless a little bit deep through there as well. Captain Pugwash chasing the pair of them down in 7th. 2.4 seconds behind at the minute though. Nick Vic in 8th, and there's Skippy trying to chase him down in 9th. 1.2 seconds back. All the liveries going on Skippy's car. All of them. A little bit wide through there as we see the rest of the pack peel around the last couple of corners. It is still Dylan. Look at the lead he's pulled now, nearly 4 seconds. Mockin and Ice Chand have broken apart a little bit. 0.6 of a second between them. Still within tow range though for Ice Chand. They now pulled a great big gap over that fourth place driver Obi. 3.2 seconds, so he hasn't been able to close that gap up. Pilgrim now lead car out of these two. Faithless chasing him down. Coming back for it. They are battling now then. Pilgrim slings his car into that corner. Holds on to that position, does he? Yes, he does. Faithless taking all sorts of lines through there. Captain Pugwash closing back up on them. 1.1 seconds back himself. And bringing that time down as well. Nick Vick pushes it through that turn. Holds it in front of Skippy though. Still a little bit of time, but was it 2.4 before? Just drops below that 2 second mark. Dylan just making this look easy. Managed to fend off Ice Chand and Mockin Weeks through turn 1, turn 2. Just let Mockin and Ice Chand have a little bit of a battle for a lap. That slowed them down in their hunt for first place. They are now apart enough to have broken that slipstream. So 1.1 seconds between them, almost 1.2. Obi comfortably in fourth. Not close enough to battle those top three. Again on the slower tyre. Everybody except the top three on that slower tyre. There we go. This has turned into a three-way fight now. Captain Pugwash has managed to bolt his way onto the back end of this. I think the little battles that Pilgrim and Faithless have been having have just allowed him to close that gap up. There's that tight line from Faithless. Doesn't help him out into this next turn really. Can he carry the speed through though? Go for that move down into this corner where we saw Mockin run off. Oh, Captain Pugwash dips a wheel on the sand there. Loses a little bit of time to these two. Pilgrim doesn't opt to go defensive through there. Gives Faithless the inside line, but he's just able to carry a little bit more speed through that turn. Holds the inside line through this next corner. As long as he doesn't go too deep and leave the door wide open for Faithless to push one through. They'll stay as they are. But again, those little battles, it's just allowing Captain Pugwash to sit away in the background there, wait for these two to make a mistake. Hopefully not get involved with that mistake somewhere and sneak his way through into maybe fifth. We'll see. The battle's still on here though. Faithless again, all the way under Pilgrim's rear wing. Switches up to the inside at the last minute. Gets his wing up the inside. Can he get it stopped? Pilgrim though just outbrakes him a little bit. Carries that speed round the corner. Sticks it into that fifth place again. So top three, big gaps now. 4.1 seconds between Dylan and Mockin. 2.8 between Mockin and Ice Chand. And then again, everybody else on that medium tyre, no chance of closing up with those three. Obi-Wan though, doing the best that he could for the first lap or so. 6.3 seconds down though now. Pilgrim and Faithless pretty much been having a battle since word go. It was Faithless out front, it's now Pilgrim. They have been pressing each other. And again, Captain Pugwash just sitting in the background. Fingers crossed on both hands. Go on you lot. Spin yourselves off track. Go on. That's what he's thinking. No offence, Faithless. Look, they're still look at this. Faithless squeezes his way up the inside through that final corner. Are they? They are. Carries the speed through as well. Just slowly pulling ahead of Pilgrim here. It's going to be an absolute drag race down to this. I mean, Faithless has got the inside line, but we've seen what Pilgrim's done in the past in terms of just driving it into this corner right around the outside. There we go. Trying it again there. Really pressing Faithless here. Let's get on board with Faithless and have a little bit of a look back. Menacing Pilgrim in his little Toyota, chasing down Faithless. We've got Captain Pugwash just in the background. pretty big gaps everywhere else on circuit, so the top three are far enough apart that we're not going to be looking at those for any kind of action. Last minute of the race as well. Oh, Faithless just holds on to it through there. Everybody's going to see another lap, I think. What's it going to be at the end of this one? Is Pilgrim going to be able to carry enough speed through these last couple of turns to make a move on Faithless? Oh, they both cut the corner there. They both took a big chunk of cheaty corner there. Captain Pugwash didn't. He was legitimate. Not that I saw him, but the other two cheated so badly, I'm just saying he is. Nick Vick then down towards the line. He just sees himself another lap. Skippy is not going to see himself another lap here. He's going to cross the line after that 10-minute marker, so he finishes in 9th, and it is just about where everybody else finishes now. Dylan coming up to these last few corners, still got 4.1 seconds to play with. He's been under no threat really since about lap 2, maybe the end of lap 2. Mockin and Ice Chan's battle was just enough to allow him to break the toe early on in race 1, and then next thing you know, here he is 4 seconds up the road. Fastest lap on board as well. No one to battle, no one to play with for race 1. But he is going to take the win. Maximum points then for Dylan in race 1. Mocking Weeks up to the line comfortably in second in the end. Ice Chand coming home third. 5.3 back. Struggled a little bit in the end then, Ice Chand. Obi on those mediums. Again, did a great job early on hanging with the guys on the soft tyre, but tiny mistakes here and there just cost him that time, and obviously on the medium tyre it was never going to be. So 4th for him. Faithless did manage to hold on to 5th. Pilgrim came in 6th. Captain Pugwash right behind him for 7th, and Nick Vick coming home to take 8th, and we have already seen Skippy take 9th position. So there it is, race 1 done and dusted. Official results, not just from the word of a maniac. Dylan then leading the way, race 1. Mocking Week 2nd, Ice Chand 3rd, Obi in 4th, Faithless in 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Captain Pugwash 7th, Nick Vick in 8th, and it's Skippy's turn to have a page all to himself in at 9th then. So that was race 1 done and dusted. A couple more minutes, I'd say about 25 minutes past, maybe 26. We'll start race 2. Oh, 27, there you go. It's just come up in the... just there. Just come up there. Be quick before it disappears. There. 27 then, so 4 minutes of waffle from me. But there you go. Round 1 of the... or race 1 of round 5. Done. Skippy's gone. Skippy's left the room. Hopefully he comes back. Do seem to be getting that a fair bit in the lobbies at the minute. Just, you know, you finish a race and next thing you know, drivers disappear. Like, okay. And then before you know it, they're back in the room. Ah, all right. Welcome back. So I think it's only really been since the update that they did. Was it last week, week before? Green ticks, not yet. Let me just can't just abandon Skippy and, you know, not try and give him a shout and find out where he is, what's happened. What? Oil? What? What? What's he gone to change the oil in his... Oh, has he gone to change the oil in his car? Is that what he's done? Can do that in this game. does affect your car's performance as well. Having it serviced, and probably if you have it cleaned as well, it probably makes it a mile an hour faster and all sparkly shiny. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me, Pilgrim, at the minute, unless that's exactly what it means. I don't know. Has he gone to change his oil, or have you just gone crackers? A couple of drivers out on track then. Looks like Ice Chand, maybe Faithless, was it? It was Faithless. They were having a bit of a punch up through the break. A couple of minutes left before race 2 then. So the C63 League on Monday has been nerfed. It's been cancelled. It just got to the point where drivers weren't turning up, and I don't know why. The cars, well, I thought they were great. They were sideways a lot. They were backwards a lot. Now maybe they were a little bit hard to race. Maybe they were a little bit hard for people to sort of get used to. I thought it made for great viewing, but unfortunately not with 6 drivers. So it was called, and it's if we get more drivers, it might get restarted. But I think they're looking at a new mini league now from the DSC boys, so keep your ear to the ground for that. Skips, come on, man. You're not going to give me any more information except oil there, Pills. That's a bit of sparse information from you, buddy. And, you know, oil. Comment in the chat if you think I'm right or Paddy's gone crazy. Aha! Oh! New driver, look, flashing over there. Skippy's back in the room, look. So has he gone to change his oil? Is that what it was? Was I right all along? Bang on time, look, 27. We're going to get race 2 underway then. It'll be 28 because Paddy's lobby host. Oh, you still got time, Pads. 21, 27. Is he going to be late? Oh, Pilgrim, let's have a clean race. Have a good race. Oh, it says 21-28. It says 21-28. You're late, Pilgs. Oh. In the Facebook chat earlier, was it earlier or yesterday? People were quite surprised Pilgrim was able to choose the right track, let alone start it up on time. Leave him alone, all right? He's all right. Leave him alone. Okay, race 2 then. Same setup, reverse grid for race 2. So if you won that one, Dylan, you start from the back. He'll probably go on to win this one as well though, because he's got PlayStation cheat codes or something. And here we go then. They do get that bounce off the line. Don't ask me, I don't know. And here they go, peeling down towards turn 1 then. Skippy leading the way. Can he hold it? Nick Vick having a little bit of a look down the inside into turn 1. Has he got his braking right? Has he got his braking wrong? Little bit wrong. Loses that top spot back to Skippy on the exit of turn 1. Faithless Emo squeezed his way into 3rd position. Pilgrim 4th. Obi-Wan and Captain Pugwash side by side for 4th and 5th at the minute. Oh, sorry, 5th and 6th. Apologies. Still having a bit of a punch up down towards this tricky turn at the bottom. Anybody going to get that wrong? Couple of drivers a little bit wide through there, so Skippy still leads then at the minute. Soft tyres on board for him. Nick Vick in 2nd, also got the soft tyre on board for race 2. Faithless Emo, soft tyre for race 2. They have got rid of the medium, so it's only going to be softs for the majority of the drivers. Obi is on the softs. Pilgrim is on the softs. Mocking Weeks on the softs for race 2. He's still got to use the mediums, as has Dylan, as has Ice Chand. And Captain Pugwash has been pushed to the back of the pack then in 7th. He's on the racing softs. Ice Chand's gone for the mediums this race though. Going to get rid of those. Softs on for Dylan, race leader from race 1 tonight. Skippy into turn 1 then. Still holding off Nick Vick for that 2nd position. Still close together on track, all of these drivers. Faithless looking for a way through as well. Obi right on his tail. Mocking Weeks up to 5th. Dylan right behind him. And the gaps just opening up back here. Ice Chand on the medium tyre. Pilgrim on that. Oh, he's on the soft. He should be making short work of Ice Chand really. As should Captain Pugwash. So is that it? Just Ice Chand on the medium tyre for race 2. There he is. Yeah, everybody else on the mediums. Sorry, on the softs. Skippy then, still holding this top spot. Coming up to the end of lap 2. Oh, gets a little bit squirrely through there. Nick Vick chasing him down though. Also pushing. Faithless Emo under pressure here. He's got about 3 cars looking for that 3rd position off him. Dylan found a way through. His way past Mocking Weeks and Obi-Wan there. Obi and Mocking now side by side heading down towards turn 1. Dylan already looking on the tail end of Faithless Emo for the position here as well. Oh, a little bit of contact between Obi and Dylan. So there's a driver off in the background. Who was that? I think it was Pilgrim, just getting it wrong. It is. He drops himself to the back of the pack. Gets his braking all wrong there. Captain Pugwash makes up a position. Nick Vick then through to the lead. He's managed to get that position finally off Skippy through turn 1. Faithless Emo runs a little bit wide through that turn. Still fending off a Dylan. Dylan switches to the inside. Faithless just carries the speed though into that turn. Blocks him off. Really close then. Let's get on board with this man. This is... at the back of this little pack of 6, look. Nick Vick at the front, Skippy, Faithless, Dylan, Mocking and Obi. Toyota Corollas all over the place. All on that soft tyre for race 2 as well. Look at that, Nick Vick pulled a little bit of a gap around those last couple of turns. Obi-Wan loses a bit of time to Mocking Weeks. Just jump on board with Mocking. He starts to make a move back on Dylan into turn 1. Carries the speed down. Faithless Emo goes for a late break. Oh, he's got it completely wrong. Very, very late there for Faithless. Dylan now holds on to that position. Oh, a little bit of contact there as well. Sorry if the camera's going to make you vomit. It's going to almost make me vomit then as well. Dylan just hangs on to that 4th. Still on the tail end of Faithless Emo. Nick Vick though. He's got a little bit of a gap out front. Obi-Wan's managed to get himself back onto the tail end of Mocking Weeks here as well. 4 deep going into this tricky corner. Oh, again, just a little bit of contact there. Look at this. Nick Vick then with a 1.4 second lead from Skippy. He's still under pressure from Faithless, who is still under pressure from Dylan, who is still under pressure from Mocking Weeks, who is still under pressure from Obi. And if they're not careful, Ice Chand, on the slowest tyre they're using tonight, might be able to get onto the back of them. Captain Pugwash and Pilgrim both on that faster tyre as well. Not able to get their way past Ice Chand on those mediums. Nick Vick then over the halfway point, leading this race. 1.3 seconds from Skippy. Oh, Skippy going a little bit deep there maybe. Oh, Dylan gets a tiny bit of contact maybe between himself and that must have been Obi. Gets pushed onto the gravel. Loses time, drops to 6, and there is Ice Chand. Look, less than a second back. Again, the battles between those front 6 drivers is just costing them time to everybody else behind. Minutes 20 in there. Nick Vick leads 2.1 seconds. Faithless Emo has managed to get his way past Skippy into second. Skippy in third. Oh, he dips a wheel on the gravel there himself. That's going to slow him down. Oof. And the dirty tyres has cost him through there as well. Rocking Weeks flies through. Oh, there's all sorts of lines being taken here. Avoiding action going all over the place. Rocking Weeks through to third. Skippy just holding on to fourth. Dylan's already found a position past Obi-Wan. Into fifth he goes. Obi 6. Ice Chand being challenged now then. Pilgrim and Captain Pugwash hot on his heels. As we see the rest of the pack in front just veering across the track looking for position. Dylan dives up the inside of Skippy. Skippy's got that absolutely sideways through there. Without the contact, I think he may well have held on to that. Gets a little nudge as he rejoins the track as well from Obi-Wan. That was just a racing incident. Absolutely sideways through turn 1 there for Skippy, trying to hold on to that position. Pilgrim then has got his way past Ice Chand. Captain Pugwash now just the final driver on the softs not to get past Ice Chand, who's on those mediums. Oh, he goes deep into that turn as well. Here's Nick Vick still holding on to that lead, 1.1 seconds. Faithless has managed to close the gap down on him. He's managed to open up a little bit of a gap as well. That battle for third has just broken that pack up a little bit. They're still reasonably close on circuit, considering this is what reverse grid races are all about, keeping them nice and tight, battling for position the whole way. Faithless in the slipstream now though. Vick getting his braking right, cuts the corner down, but maybe loses a little bit of speed there doing so. There's that very tight line that Faithless takes. Doesn't seem to cost him, doesn't seem to pick up a penalty for it. Oh, he's gone a bit deep through there though, picks up a little bit of sand on the exit. Just starts to slow him down on the run down to this tricky turn. Nick Vick then holds on to the lead through here. Faithless second, Mockin holding on to third, Dylan fourth, Obi 5th, Skippy tight line in 6th, Pilgrim in 7th, Ice Chand 8th, and Captain Pugwash in 9th. Okay, last few corners, one more lap to go if they can cross the line. 40 seconds remaining on the race timer. Top 4 all closing back up now, all within tow range of each other. It's going to be an absolute punch up for this final lap. What have we got? 25 seconds left on the race timer. Everybody's going to cross the line then. Can Nick Vick take the win? Faithless going defensive, trying to block the move of Mocking Weeks behind. Defending for his life on this final lap then is Faithless. As Nick Vick will be if he keeps sticking his wheels on the sand like that. Relax into it, come on. You've done all these corners, just do them the same again. Make sure you get that final turn right. Oof. Oh no, Faithless, no, come on. There you go, Nick Vick. That's there you go. Dylan, though, through the mistake, has just found his way past Mockin and Faithless. Oh no, it's going to be it's going to be handed to him. No, I'm not having that, Dylan. You're not the winner tonight. Nick Vick's the winner in this race. He should have had that. There was a little bit of contact. He gets pushed wide. You lot take advantage. You're ruthless, you lot. Ruthless. So Dylan loses, he comes in 20th. Nick Vick wins then, he takes the win. Faithless comes home in 2nd. That's how I'm playing it. Obi-Wan in 3rd. Mocking Weeks in 4th. Skippy in 5th. Got to get this right. Pilgrim 6th, Ice Chand in 7th, Captain Pugwash in 8th, and Dylan 9th. 9th and 20th. You get both. You can have all the points for both positions as well. Oh, Nick Vick. Oh, thought you got a win in the bag then, brother. Oh, you dirty bleeders. Dirty, dirty bleeders. I know it's racing, but, you know, it was a little bit heavy contact from Faithless in the beginning. And he tried to do the right thing. He tried to back off. And, you know, obviously Mocking Weeks aren't involved in that. Mocking Weeks and Dylan weren't involved in that. So, you know, really, they're allowed to carry on racing. But from my point of view, you swines, you should have backed off and let him take the win. You knew he had it, right? You took advantage. You bullies. You bullies. You watch this. This will get flagged now because I've said the word bully on it. Yeah, there you go. Dylan just mentioning Faithless Emo's corner cut, not picking up. So let's see what was said in this chat. Don't do that. Nick Vick, are we there? Oh, he doesn't seem like overly miffed about it, you know. But I am. Dirtbags. I might call you out for it on Sunday as well. If I remember. Just because he's a new boy to the group, right? Leave him alone. Well, there you go. So, what did that say? 46 then is race 3 start. We've still got a couple of drivers left to use that medium tyre, so that's going to throw it all out the window for race 3, I think. I think Dylan and Mockin have still got to use that medium tyre at least. I'm not sure if anybody else has. No, because Ice Chan's used it in race 2, so he got rid of it. It was only those 3. Everybody else used it in race 1. So yeah, it's just Dylan and Mockin that have got to use the medium tyre then for race 3 tonight. The cheaters. Some good racing, you know, it was good racing up until that point, and it was just, you know, poor Nick Vick. I'm going to start him a GoFundMe or something. Or tell you to subscribe to a YouTube channel or something if he's got one. Has he got one? You got one, Nick? You got a YouTube channel? Tell me. Anybody got a YouTube channel? Don't, you know, obviously don't... Faithless Emo's got a YouTube channel. He's probably streaming live tonight. And in fact, he probably is actually. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Because he bought himself a new wheel. Which hurts his little arms, apparently. Faithless Emo. There he is. Is he streaming live? No, not that. Faithless Emo Racing. That's what I want. He is live. Let's give him some how's the wheel in the chat. In his chat. How's the wheel? There you go. Let's see if he even pays attention. Let me not pay enough attention to the clock as well. I've missed the start of races before. Chatting waffle. So when he crashes in a minute, you lot can't see that. obviously. When he crashes in a minute, because he's out on track practicing. Where is he? Where is he, old faithless? Let's find him. There he is. Okay, so we're about... The live stream's about 10 seconds, 15 seconds back-ish. Is it? No, it's not even that. 6:27. That's about 5 or 10 seconds back. It's not too bad. Yeah, so he's playing with a new wheel tonight, which is I forget what it was, a PlayStation something GT special. And obviously he's looking at new layouts, because that's not the corner. Quite a nice addition to the circuit though, if you could make it that. Is that an option? It's quite a nice little turn. Just rounds that corner off at the bottom, allows you to carry a bit more speed through maybe. Okay, right. Let me get back to my live stream. Sorry, Faithless, we're going back to mine. Bosh. There we go. Here we go then. Race 3 about to start. Is he on time? Oh, he's on time. Good lad. So, race 3. Everybody should be on... oh, no. Oh, yeah. Dylan and Mockin, wasn't it? Let's just quick... yeah, both drivers on the mediums, so that's everybody used the mediums. No cheating in terms of tyres. Lights go on then for race 3. Oof, it's a bit of a false start from Obi. He's going to run a little bit slow. Loses a position already, 4th down to 5th. Dylan has already got himself up front. Oh, sorry, he was up front in pole anyway. Faithless around the outside of Nick Vick. Nick Vick pressing this time though. Having a look at Dylan there as well. Again, Dylan on that medium tyre, so will be running a little bit slower than everybody else. Nick Vick works his way through then, gets into that top spot. Can he now do it again without you cheating bullies? Wow, Dylan gets absolutely sent. I think just trying to carry the speed around that corner. Trying to keep up the guys on that soft tyre. Just made him drive a little bit wide through the sand there. Onto the gravel he went. He's dropped all the way down to 6th position. But it is Nick Vick that leads again though. Sideways through that turn. Faithless 2nd. Obi back into 3rd position. Pilgrim 4th. Mocking in 5th. But having a go at Pilgrim down towards these last couple of turns. Dylan again on that medium tyre in 6th. Ice Chand looking to have a go at him through the chicane here. Skippy on the tail end of Ice Chand also. And Captain Pugwash still right there with them. A little bit of a gap developed between the... Is it the top 4? Top 5? 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Top 3 have pulled a little bit of a gap. 4, 5, 6 and 7 are now battling it out. Whoa, contact. Some Faithless emo that drives himself off circuit. And look at this now. Nick Vick with a 3.1 second lead. We're all behind you, Nick Vick. Go on, lad. Pilgrim into 2nd as well. He's got a little bit of a gap between himself and Mocking Weeks. Not enough to break a toe yet. Just enough to keep him out of danger into these next couple of turns. Mocking in 3rd then. Dylan doing a great job on those mediums. Coming under pressure from those drivers on that faster tyre. Ice Chand working his way through. Taking 4th. Dylan gets pushed back another position though. He has been in 6th, so he's still hanging on there. Faithless emo driving himself off track earlier. Back into 6th, chasing down Dylan. Skippy, oh, Skippy, oh no, through the chicanes. It's all going wrong. Skippy getting that one totally wrong. Not sure if he was compromised on the way into that turn, but the exit didn't work out for him at all. Drivers all over the place. Obi's been dropped back to 8th position now as well. And Faithless Emo at the back of the pack. Nick Vick 3.2 seconds up the road. Pilgrim still chasing him down. He's now broken that toe between himself and Mockin. Mockin's got problems of his own though. Also on that medium tyre, being chased by Ice Chand on the soft tyre. Goes for a sling up the inside. Just able to carry the speed through there. Ice Chand gets the grip. Mockin Weeks and Dylan on those mediums, just having to suffer a little bit through some of these faster turns. Still 4th and 5th. Hanging on to Ice Chand at the minute. Obi back up into 6th position. Captain Pugwash 7th. Faithless in 8th. Skippy 9th. They do like to go sideways into these chicanes. Still, Nick Vick 4 minutes in. 3.1 second lead still. Pilgrim's not been able to bring that time down on him just yet. Might all change when the tyre wear really starts to kick in later on in the race, as we just see Dylan have a look at Mockin Weeks down the start finish straight. He's got the inside line into turn 1. Does he get his braking right? They both dip down then. Brakes on. Dylan gets a good corner through there. Manages to get his way back past Mockin Weeks. Both Dylan and Mockin Weeks the only drivers on that medium tyre. So they'll have a good battle. Obi, Skippy, Captain Bugwash and Faithless Emo should be able to close up on those boys as long as they don't battle too hard between themselves. Skippy, Captain Pugwash and Faithless Emo pretty much bumper to bumper down this little back straight. Faithless Emo finds that's kind of your own fault, Captain Pugwash. Faithless had got the move up the inside. I know you're just trying to block him off and you got T-boned a little bit, but yeah, he had got himself up the inside. I'll give him that. Okay, so that gap has come down between Nick Vick and Pilgrim. It was 3.1, it's down to 2.7. Tyre wear maybe just costed Nick Vick a little bit of time. Again, everybody's suffering with tyre wear, but it might just be catching him out in 1 or 2 of these turns. Carrying a tiny bit too much speed in, maybe doing things like that, just tipping a wheel on the grass here and there. Just slows you down a little bit, and if the driver behind doesn't do it, well, there you go. Another couple of tenths out of your time. That gap coming down rapidly then. 2 seconds lead now for Nick Vick. 6 minutes in. Pilgrim second. Ice Chand comfortably into third, closing that gap upon Pilgrim as well. Dylan still holding 4th on the mediums. Mockin Weeks still 5th on the mediums. Obi-Wan closed that gap right up on the pair of them though. He's in 6th, maybe 5th now. Mockin gets that turn wrong. Obi squeezes his way through. Now he's on the hunt for that 4th. Can he get his way past Dylan? Faithless Emo gets to the front of the trio at the back. Skippy finds a way through as well, and Captain Pugwash, after that little bit of an incident, getting himself sideways with the help of a little bit of Faithless Emo. Yeah, he's dropped to 9th position. Nick Vick then, 7 minutes in. 1.6 second lead, that time coming down a little bit more. Again, just needs to take his time. Remember that, you know, did seem to get a little bit scrappy on the last lap or 2 in the previous race, and then, you know, he got sent into oblivion by you bullies. Opens up a little bit through there. Top 3 then, breaking the gap between themselves and the trio behind. Dylan still holding on to this 4th on those medium tyres. Obi trying to find a way past him. Oh, he's cut back up the inside. Great move by Obi, just waiting for Dylan to run a little bit wide through there. might be able to grab the apex, but the exit is just going to push you wide, and Obi was just able to find that gap, slots his way through into fourth. Dylan now desperate to hang on to a toe down this start-finish straight, as is Mocking Weeks, almost out of that toe range. Risking it through these chicanes, shortcutting slightly. But Obi has managed to get that gap between himself and Dylan. Mocking Weeks has closed it right up on Dylan, so he could lose this 5th position here. He goes defensive early. Mocking Weeks now looking for a way past around the outside, using that slipstream. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's got to hope and pray that Dylan gets this one all wrong, but he's far too good for that, is Dylan. Mocking Weeks gets... Oh, I thought he'd got a wig up the inside there. He didn't manage to hold on to it. Now, Obi, unfortunately, a little bit too far back to chase down the top 3, I think, before the end of the race. There's a little bit of a gap brewing there. Ice Chand has managed to close the gap on Pilgrim. Looks for the move up the inside, gets it. Pilgrim switches back up the inside, gets that position straight back off him. And that has just allowed Nick Vick to reopen that gap back up. Look, 2.7 seconds. Pilgrim and Ice Chand then bolted together around these last couple of corners. Everybody taking a nice little shortcut through that final chicane. Obi then into 4th. Dylan has fended off Mocking Weeks and held on to 5th. I don't think Mocking Weeks is going to be in a position to take that off him. Faithless in 7th, a long way down though, 3.6 seconds off of Mocking Weeks. He's going to have to drive that thing. Just, I don't know. I don't even think he can do it. 3.6 seconds back in a lap, even with the faster tyre. Probably not. Captain Pugwash then in 8th. Skippy falls to 9th. What happened, Skippy? Twice he's been 9th. So, final lap it is then. Down towards this tricky corner we've seen a few drivers go off at. The gap back down to 1.3 seconds. So, a mistake by Nick Vick late on in this race. Brought those 2 drivers pretty close behind him. Not what you want in these last few corners. Can Pilgrim fend off an Ice Chando for that 2nd position? Again, they will both be chasing down Nick Vick. I think he might just be a little bit too far up the road now, as long as he doesn't mess this one up. Gap does fall, but Nick Vick is going to round that turn as the victor. He crosses the line to take the win in race 3. Pilgrim takes 2nd, Ice Chand 3rd. Obi comes home in 4th position. We've got Dylan, who did manage to hold on to 5th, then Mocking Weeks 6th. Faithless Emo 7th, not that far behind, actually made up a 2nd on those boys. Captain Pugwash takes 8th, and Skippy, he hung about and crossed the line a lap ago. Yes, Nick Vick. Yeah, that's the win you deserved. You should have had 2 tonight. Bullies and you cheats. That's what we wanted. Cheating, bully, dirtbags. I don't know. Some of Obi's dirty Jedi scum stuff's rubbed off on you, hasn't it? That's what it was. That's what it was. Who's left? Skippy. You see, there you go. Race finishes. Skippy's... It's gone. He's not left the room. It's just kicked him out for some reason. But there it is. 19 dead bit sus. What are you on about? Ice Chand, no problem at all. So drivers dipping out then. So that was round 5 of P1RCs Toyota Corolla GR League. Again, pretty decent league. There's usually more drivers for some reason. There's a few missing tonight. Not too sure why. But back on Sunday night for the next round. What's that going to be? Round 5 of the multi-class league. That's GR3 and GR1 Toyotas. Again, on track in Pro and AM classes. Again, both on track all at the same time. Can get a little bit chaotic, but as long as the drivers stay safe and keep themselves apart, it's usually decent racing. But yeah, some decent racing in this. 2 wins for Nick Vick tonight, because Screw Dylan, yeah? 2 wins. That's what he's getting. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, people. Again, unfortunately, the C63 league has finished on Mondays. So it is just the 2 P1 leagues at the minute, the Sundays and the Thursdays. But I'll obviously keep you lot updated if anything else comes along. If you've not realised yet, I've also got a Facebook page. So if you're listening to this, I've got a Facebook page where I post a lot of this stuff where it's happening. I do try and keep up to date with what's going on the channel as well. So you should hear what's happening either here or on the Facebook page. But yeah. There we go. That's going to be it. We've been booted out of the lobby. So that is going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you have liked what you've watched. If you have, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, press all those buttons on the stream thing over there. And most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.